show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. For the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this platform or watching this platform for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. For that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I see we do have a couple of comments here. Good evening, Georgia. Thank you very much for coming over. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you very much for your presence. Now, I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Also need to let everyone know that the subscriber mode has been enabled for the first 5 minutes, meaning if you are not a subscriber and if you want to enter a comment in the chat, you'll have to take 5 minutes and then you'll be able to do so. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been there present since the very beginning or recently joined, I really appreciate all the love and all the warmth that you continue to give me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into devices and all those who watch from the clouds, even the haters. So, if you have not done so, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. And of course, the topic tonight is, of course, Donald Trump and him being declared guilty on all 34 counts regarding the hush money, which trying to hide a sexual relationship with a corn star and then try to hide it so it would not affect his election in 2016. Now, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty until a court of law. In this case, he was found guilty. Yes, that's true. That's true. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss it, and we're going to discuss what most likely, in my humble opinion, is going to happen. Now, before we get into the main topic, I'm going to give you another episode of In My Words. Okay. It seems like the circus has returned, okay? And you have certain individuals who are trying to make a name for themselves, okay? Look, the fact of the matter is this. In all fairness, most of us didn't know anything about Stormy Fields until this whole thing happened because most of us um, don't watch corn. Okay, okay. I understand that there are people who support Trump. Okay, now as far as being an inferior court, I would respectfully disagree. But then again, you are entitled to your point of view. Okay. Um, and of course, it didn't help Trump um, making his crazy, violating the gag order multiple times. But a lot of the noise that's been happening in these YouTube streets has been regarding the so-called pretty girl club. Okay, now I will say this: if you want to be with a bunch of girls where and your important and your main hang up is being beautiful and what have you and using your looks to get ahead, that's perfectly fine. Okay. And good evening, 210. I think this is your first time here, so just want to say welcome. Yeah. I mean, look, when it comes to Donald Trump, I mean, let's look. We all know he has all the attack of a raging bull. Okay, so it is what it is. Now I've seen Exoticals United content. Okay, and I think it's my humble opinion. I mean, if you want to try to gain success in life simply by your looks, that's fine. The problem is looks can fade, okay, and looks can be deceiving, particularly if you wear a lot of makeup and you wear a wig and you do plastic surgery. Okay, I don't know who said you was tired of Blazing King. I mean, I don't know, but this is the thing: people of substance, but base everything based on character. Okay. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I see we already have a guest. So let me just state for the record that the views of those who appear on the record are not necessarily those of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to your image. Some of the views that people hold may be considered offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. Now we're going to bring in our guest. Good evening, Georgia.
Hey, happy Friday and good evening to you, Jose. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully well. I'm chillaxing, and yeah, I was really looking forward to your stream because, yeah, I'm just really glad that we're all going to get straight to the point as to what just recently happened, which is now being considered a historic event.
Yes. It's an historic event, unfortunately, historically, not in a positive light.
Not at all, though. It's a little bit more on the bad side than it is the good side, especially given how incredibly polarizing it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
But no, go on.
no,
Sorry.
go ahead. Please continue.
No, I guess I just really wanted to just put my 2 cents in on the issue, just really, really quickly, just to get straight to the point, Jose. So I am indifferent to what happened. I did see what went down last night, but I just kicked the dust off my feet and I just kept my own show going. Just growing, like in my faith, growing in my spirit, growing in my mental state, and just, growing in my career.
Yeah.
I don't really care a whole lot about this, especially given the fact that I am actually a Ron Paul libertarian type. But all I'm going to say is that, since the whole falsification of the business record aspect of it, though, is pretty much an allegation, I would really like to see more and more stuff come out, though, because one thing I can't agree with Trump on is how he was dealing with a lot of crooked people on the jury and just a lot of crooked people, all around him, including a crooked judge. So, of course, crooked people are going to have all sorts of biases towards you, right? And when people
Mm-hmm.
have biases towards you, they are going to fabricate stuff about you here and there. That's a fact. That's just the unfortunate aspect of human nature is biases, which make you say and do stuff that is not really entirely the case. So he does have a chance to, appeal his case. Best to him if he can manage to pull that off, though. But I'm not upset or mad about what happened. I'm just indifferent because somebody who I want for president is not even running.
Yeah. Well, look, let's keep it 100. Okay. There are many. Okay, in my humble opinion, there are many issues with Donald Trump and with Joe Biden.
Oh, sorry. Say that again. I got a little distracted by something. I had to close
Okay.
down something. Say that again, Jose.
I said, let's keep it real. I have major issues with both Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
Same. Especially Creepy Joe.
I mean, first of all, you have an 80-year-old who wants to be reelected. And then you have another person that is close to 80 years old. Now, depending how how you may perceive Donald Trump to be, he could be maybe either a victim of circumstances or someone that's becoming demented. Okay. Now he's been convicted. Okay.
Yeah. Which he now has a chance to appeal his case. And by the way, Trump was born in 1946, which makes that 78 years ago, and Biden was born in 1942, so he's already over 80.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the question, has it? I mean, is this the first time that a person was convicted running as a candidate for president of the United States? No. In fact, in 1920, Eugene Debs was convicted, I believe, of treason and acts of sedition. But he was the candidate in the Socialist Party platform.
Yeah, I had some skepticism about whether Trump is the first one to be convicted on a felony. Out of all the presidents that we've had throughout history, he can't be the only one. Not possible.
No.
Just like how who was the president who was impeached?
Okay.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, yeah, Andrew Johnson, not
Mhm.
Jackson. Andrew Johnson, who became president after Lincoln was assassinated. He was impeached.
Yes.
And then there was another president who was too. So
Bill Clinton.
Yes, Bill Clinton.
Okay. And basically, the issue was that he. Okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to say this in G-rated form because I don't want the good people at YouTube to take down the stream. But he was engaged in adult activity with Monica Lewinsky.
We already know the details, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the key. He wasn't convicted. Okay. And actually, Andrew Johnson narrowly escaped conviction, unless memory fails me.
Possibly, but that was pretty much that I like wanted to share that was on my mind. It's just what happened yesterday is just something that I just don't really care a whole lot about. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but I don't really feel anything from it other than him just having a chance to appeal his case.
Well, I have um, other other concerns.
Okay. Um, Looks like Jose dropped out, probably due to technical difficulties. So I guess this is the George Orr show. Hey, Jose,
I'm sorry
did you
about
hear
that.
that? Did you hear that? I told the audience that, oops, looks like Jose may have dropped out due to technical issues. So this is now the George Orr show, or better yet, the Uncommon Sense with George Orr. Actually,
No
man,
problem.
sorry, man, dude. I went from a very bland mood to now a very cheerful one. Thanks.
Well, look, you have to have a sense of humor when you're dealing with technical issues. I mean,
Yeah,
um,
I'm welcome to. Well, so okay, well, Jose, I'd like to welcome you to the Uncommon Sense with George Orr.
no, but look, when you think about when you think about the people who occupied the White House, people like to think that these are men with high high amount of ethics and things like that. But I mean, we have had some questionable individuals serve as president.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at Irby's comment, and yep, Irby, like you, yesterday was just a regular day. I did see a number of people on my other platforms who were just outraged about it. I'm like, guys, I don't feel bad. Moving on.
Yeah. I mean, and to be perfectly honest, I had planned something else I was going to talk about tonight. So I figured, you know what? I got to talk about this. And then after that, move on. Um, because look, um, am I really all that surprised? No. Uh, am I deeply concerned about it? No. Okay. It's just that, unfortunately, it's just like another normal day here in the United States.
Yeah. I will say this, Jose. Now, this doesn't really apply to anybody else in the chat because, me and Jose are not really here to push or impose anything on anybody else. We're just going to speak for ourselves here. But I will say this, Jose, is that we probably should still vote, but we should vote for God or go vote for whoever God guides us to vote. And it's definitely not going to be somebody like Creepy Joe, who is all for things like abortion.
Okay.
I'm not voting for candidates like that. You should not either.
Okay. Well, that does not leave us a lot of options because
Mm-hmm.
even Donald Trump is trying to modify his position regarding pro-life. Okay.
That too. So it becomes very, very tricky though. But yeah, I like. I think I'm not going to say names, but a family member wanted me to vote for this particular candidate, and when you saw what she was about, I'm like, nope, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for that, and I'm not going to support that. Like I said, anybody can live how they want to live, though, but it doesn't mean that I have to put my hands on it because I'm not. No. Like my
Yeah.
brother is gay, but I would never go to a gay wedding if his.
I have a cousin who's a lesbian, and I love her because she's the same blood as I am. But that being the case, I would not go to a lesbian wedding. No offense. Okay,
Same
everyone
here.
is everyone is free to live their lives as they see fit. Okay, it's not my place to play the part of the Holy Spirit, but we do have to stand on our principles.
Yeah, as best as we can, though. Although, yeah, I admit that I haven't been perfect at that, but every day I seek to grow and improve, as we should all, like, strive for self improvement. So, if you can, or better yet, if we can, like, at least, like, probably not really put our hands on candidates who are clearly diametrically opposed to our values, please don't.
Yeah,
And clearly, Biden is one of them, though. And then, yeah, you never know whether it may even be Trump, though. Who knows? But like everybody's saying in the chat, yesterday was just a regular day.
yeah. It just, of course, the media has been covering this whole situation for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Okay, and look, which justice served. I mean, it was not perfect,
hmm
but he had his opportunity to present his defense. The opposition, it seemed, did a better job. That's all.
most likely. Then, but I will say this because I'm actually am a reasonable person. I do give him a lot of credit for just having a lot of fighting juice within him, because no matter what is going on, that man is continuing to be perseverant and persistent too. He will not give up the fight.
Mhm.
Now, that right there, I give a lot of credit where credit is going to be due. Give credit where it's due. So Trump does get that credit, because a lot of the other candidates would have just accepted defeat and just have that pretty much be it, though. But no, not him. This dude has so much fighting juice for 78 years old. Give the man credit for that.
Yeah. Good evening, Fulana. Thank you for stopping by. So the topic is, of course, obviously the fact
He
that
said
Donald
so.
Trump has been declared guilty on all 34 counts. Of course, the question is, when it comes to his sentencing, which I believe is on July the 11th, what's going to be the outcome? My humble opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think he's going to be under house arrest with like an ankle monitor or something like that, because realistically, I don't see him serving time in prison, particularly in light of the fact that he's still entitled to Secret Service protection. Your thoughts?
It's a mystery as to what's going to go down by then, though. But if I really had to think of something, then I can see him at least, yeah, being on house arrest, but at the same time, not running at the same time.
Yeah.
I can definitely see a possibility. Now, I'm just saying, just a possibility of him suspending his campaign just because of everything that's going on. Now, although I'm giving him a lot of credit for just having so much fighting energy and juice within him that probably most people wouldn't really possess. But probably maybe just house arrest, maybe suspending campaign, and just start to live a normal life seems likely.
Hmm.
That's what I see. But
Yeah.
prison, nah, no. That I think that would just be going way too far.
Yeah.
Because again,
Well.
I just want to try to look at this all from just an unbiased approach.
Hmm.
So all the haters, and clearly, yeah, the crooked jurors and the judge are all about a prison term. But no, I'm not all about that though.
Well, let's say somehow Donald Trump survives this, and then he becomes the 42nd president. It's going to be
Hmm.
pretty hard for him to affect affairs because in many countries, if you're a convicted felon, you may not be able to enter. So it's going to be very hard um, for Donald Trump to fulfill his duties as president of the United States when you can't even enter a country because you are a convicted felon.
That too. You may be banned in a lot of places because of that.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is that I'm not going to ever compare him to somebody like P. Diddy or R. Kelly, who are deserving of prison sentences. But in his case, nah, no. Always be unbiased in whatever your approach is to an issue.
Well, Donald Trump has recently compared himself to Mother Teresa.
I missed that part.
No, but I mean, in his press conference after the conviction, he made remarks stating that even Mother Teresa could not escape being found guilty. Now, I mean, most of us know the type of life that she lived, where she was a person that dedicated her life serving the poor in many countries.
Yeah.
Okay. So him comparing himself to Mother Teresa, or even worse, him considering himself to Jesus, that's a to say that the stretch is this is the understatement of the year.
Sounds a bit weird and outlandish. But I will be honest, he has said a lot of weird and outlandish things throughout his career.
Yeah. Let me just highlight this.
That
This. Let me tell you something. If it was you on trial, would you be in jail? Look. Let's keep it. Let's keep it real. If it was people like us, I mean, we would have ended up definitely gone to prison. Okay, because
yeah,
first of all, we don't have his money, nor his resources, nor the benefit of Secret Service protection.
nor his power either. We are complete nobodies compared to him. So yeah.
Yeah,
Then
I agree.
Fulana La Cubana says what makes him different. Well, pretty much just answered the question. He has power and money and millions of supporters around the globe. That makes a huge difference. I do not have those resources or that kind of money to afford those defense attorneys, nor any kind of real influence. So, makes a huge difference. That's why a lot of dirty politicians and businessmen have been able to get away with a lot of their like unscrupulous and nefarious ways though, because like I don't know if you also remember this, Cubana and also Jose, but we all remember Mark Rich, who was the dirtiest businessman in history that Bill Clinton pardoned before he left office in 2001.
Hmm.
But if I would have done that though, then I would probably be serving a pretty lengthy sentence. But Mark
Yeah,
Rich had money, power, influence. I don't have that.
No.
That's why Mark Rich got away with a lot of stuff and why he ended up getting pardoned by Bill Clinton. So there's a huge difference.
Okay. Good evening, Hematine. Thank you very much for stopping by. Oh, time for a commercial break. I just want to let everybody know that Hematine has her own channel, so I'm going to ask you to please check out her content and subscribe. And of course, my friend Georgia has this channel, which produces a lot of wholesome content, family oriented. So I ask him to please check him out. And the same thing with Fulana Cubana. Okay. And another thing, and this is something I find um, distressing, that there are millions of believers that still follow Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably more now than ever, too.
Yeah. And this, because when you think about it, I mean, no offense. Many of his actions have not been very Christ-like.
Absolutely not. Somebody I think who should be president and who would truly be Christ-like would be somebody like Mark Driscoll.
Okay.
Mark Driscoll or Vody Bachman.
Okay. I am not
or Billy
familiar.
Graham.
Yeah.
Say what you were going to say.
I'm not familiar with the first two people. Billy Graham, I mean, it'd be kind of hard for him to maintain his integrity with with the way politics is today.
True. Yeah. But I guess consider everybody else that I mentioned, though, to be kind of like the modern day Billy Graham, though. But I can admit this, it would be even more of a challenge for like a Billy Graham type to make it far in the political realm. Because you have to play a lot of politics, though, and playing politics a lot with even people in your own camp is also going to come with some layers of dishonesty, too.
Yes.
So basically, you'd be violating one of the 10 commandments, like almost all the time, which is, hey, you shall not lie, right?
And not only that, I mean, it is extremely expensive to run for political office. I mean, you have to raise huge sums of money, and it's almost like you have to sell your soul when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. So, like Fulana La Cubana, is saying that, hey, we should all be treated equally regardless of our money. Oh, I 100% agree. Absolutely. But just unfortunately in this wicked world, it's just not really the way it works, even though I wish it didn't really work like that. That's why, like the word says, don't conform to the patterns of this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that I can say in response to what Cubana was saying, though. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. But the reality is this: if you have money and if you have power, you can get away with a lot of crooked stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. Okay. And when you think about, like I said, when you think about the people who occupied the White House, you really had some scandalous people. I mean, um, there is no quiet. There's very few quiet masters that occupy the White House. Okay, you have people who were racist. You have men who been unfaithful to their spouses. You have scandalous people who perform scandalous um, activities. I mean, if you take a look at John Kennedy, I mean, all the stuff that was not brought to light, but was brought to light after his death.
Oh yeah. A lot of people knew that he would invite prostitutes over at the White House. He would do his thing with them though, and then go up and do his speech. He's very well spoken. But then yeah, behind closed doors, he was getting busy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's what happens when you have money and power.
Hmm. Well, even look at Obama too. He was definitely a very, very dirty president, though, because look at all of the drone wars that he also orchestrated. One would be surprised that he hasn't been charged for war crimes, when a lot of the stuff that he did does warrant charges for war.
Yeah.
And also playing a key role in destabilizing the Middle East too. And like I said, the drone strike still. But look, he's like, nope, I have money, I have power. People like me because I'm like the first biracial president, so they're going to excuse me. I'm just going to walk away like it's la-di-da.
Yeah.
So there you go. But if I were doing that, different story.
Not to mention what happened to Puerto Rico under Obama, with all the political mess that has occurred.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said before, that's why he's called Commander in Chief, not Pastor in Chief.
Right.
But I can see, if Donald Trump gets reelected, I can see his vice president, whoever it may be, he's going to have to do a lot of traveling, because there's a lot of countries which he will be not granted passage, because they do not allow convicted felons to enter.
Mm-hmm. I really wish that Ron Paul could have became president. But I know that, like Ron Paul, he's already going to be like 90 years old next year though, so he might be just maybe a little too old. But maybe his son Rand Paul could run, or anybody who is like the Pauls essentially.
What do you think about the fact that someone said that Caitlyn Jenner would be his VP?
You mean Bruce Jenner?
Okay. Well, he was known as Bruce Jenner before he
Mm-hmm.
altered.
That'll be hilarious. That
So,
would be
yeah.
that,
I
would-
can
that,
just,
that Now I would certainly produce some emotion around that, because I would just be laughing out loud. But then again, I would still go on with my life and still live life like I usually live it.
okay.
And Multi
Good
says,
evening,
"What's
Multi.
up? Hello."
Thank you for stopping by. I just want to let everybody know that Multi has her channel, so I'm going to actually have not done so. Please check out her content. I do share her content, and I thank you, Multi, for always sharing my content on your platform. Yes, people, let's follow Multi's advice and hit the like, please. But I can just imagine the evangelical brethren that followed Trump would not be too happy if that was the case.
Okay, well, he's already done things that have already caused some uproar within like the ultra evangelical circles, especially out there in the Great Plains of Kansas. Because if you remember when he was running his 2016 campaign, he came out in support of LGBT. And then you can go on the internet and find him happily holding up the pride flag. That did not sync well with a lot of people.
No.
I'm
I
not. I'm not going to even do that. By the way.
Yeah. So, for the benefit of those who are watching just now, the whole discussion is regarding the fact that Donald Trump has been found guilty of all 34 charges of business fraud and hiding his affair with a corn star.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Knock knock.
Yeah. And of course, I have to say corn because I don't want to. I don't want to do anything that will cause the good people of YouTube to take down their stream.
Yep. Just like we have to say deleted and great.
Yes.
Yep. YouTube is very sensitive about those words.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hmm.
And of course, I want to be a good citizen here in these YouTube streets.
Same.
Okay. Look, the fact of the matter is, I'm sure. Okay, those are us who do not watch her content did not know that she existed until this whole trial, this whole mess began.
I didn't either, to be quite honest. I didn't even know who she was.
You know, now everyone knows. I guess this will bring more notoriety, and there'll be more people that'll be checking out her content.
Yeah. But I was thinking this is that although Stormy is probably like one of the biggest Jezebels out there, I would just hope that this would be just a good message to Trump that he should have a better selection in people he hangs out with. I'm most certainly am not excusing what Stormy has done though, because that woman is honestly, like I said, a Jezebelic mess. But I'm thinking, Trump, you should probably maybe be careful as to who you hang out with this time, though, because you can see that the position that it's put you in this unpleasant position. And now you're having to exert so much of your fighting juice in order to stay in the game. So I would just say, hey, man, I just hope that you learned from your mistake and that you just keep your good show going.
Well, we would like to think that whether he will learn from this, only time will tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same way that, hey, I also hung out with folks who were not so great, though. And yeah, it produced some unpleasant effects on me, though. But that's something that I take accountability for. But I just hope that he could do the same thing. Because it is also his fault that he is also in this predicament. I'm like,
Yes.
Trump, dude, this is also your fault too, though. Because like I said, yeah, that woman, Stormy Daniels, has a lot of issues, but dude, you knew also what you were doing, and you pretty much made your bed and you lied in it, though. So it's all good. I've even made my bed and lied in it too. But as long as you learned a good lesson here, let's move on with the good show. Okay?
Yeah. I want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone wishes to join and opine regarding the situation. The fact of the matter, this is it. The fact of the matter is, he decided to go outside his marriage to engage in his business with Stormy Fields. And look, when you decide to engage with activity, but people that not very wholesome. I mean, it's not gonna end well.
Yeah. But I would say this, what will be very humbling for him is to say that, hey, I made some big time mistakes and made the dumbest choice to associate with those I probably should not have ever associated myself with. I'm taking accountability for that, and now I'm going to continue on with my good show.
Yeah.
It's the
Um.
same way that he even made a promise to his deceased brother, Fred Trump, that
Mhm.
he would not drink because his brother Fred, battled a lot with like alcohol addiction issues. And, to be fair to Trump, he actually kept that promise. He made that promise to his deceased brother, which is actually very honorable. But what would be even just as honorable, though, is to, hey, probably you should take accountability for this whole debacle that you have with Stormy Daniels because it's your fault, bro.
Multi, at this point, I don't think anyone should be surprised regarding it because when you think about it, this is not the first time that he had cheated when or engaged in extramarital activity. I mean, I guess he thinking, well, his money and his power, he can get away with it. And I guess with some people, there is a certain excitement or whatever dealing with a corn star.
I don't know about the pedo Cubana. Like I said, like earlier though, since Moti is now joining the party, I'll repeat again is that I'm willing to approach anything from a strictly unbiased lens because, as we already know, we always like to think with our biases. But you should probably deny your biases and think, look at things through more of a practical, unbiased lens. So, because your biases are just going to make you fabricate stuff that is clearly not there or say things that are not entirely accurate or make you think of something that it is something when in fact it's not. But no. But
Well,
saying Trump's a pedo, no. Like I don't
um,
even think that he should get any prison time. Maybe for somebody like I said, like earlier, R. Kelly, even P. Diddy, but Trump, no. Mm-mm.
well, let's keep it real. I mean, we had um, several men in the White House that had been unfaithful to their wives. So this is nothing new. So so people should not be shocked when the president of the United States has been unfaithful. Okay. Now, as far as that accusation, um,
I need some
it
rock solid evidence for
okay.
pedophilia.
I would say objection states facts not exactly enter into evidence or something to that effect.
Thank
But
you. Unless it can be proven beyond reasonable doubt, absolutely not. And again, that's now biases that are now coming up here and making you think of something that may not really even be true.
yeah, because let's keep okay. I know people don't want me to hear this, but I'm going to say it again. People are innocent until proven guilty. So
Exactly. And yeah, it's really definitely started a wild conversation in the chats. But by the way, you guys are all more than welcome to come up and we can all have a lovely civil discussion.
yes, by all means. I mean, all of you are welcome to opine, and I don't censor people. The only thing I ask is let's keep it mutually respectable. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't 100% agree with everybody on this platform, even those that I talk to on here, though. But I do keep things simple.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. This is not an echo chamber over here, okay? Not like, for example, the so-called pretty girl club when everyone basically got to think the same way. Everyone is allowed to express themselves as they see fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This kind of reminds me of what even Irby said, if he's still listening. Like you said on another stream the other night about how a lot of people on here want to try to be like low key cult leaders because of how they want this to be like an echo chamber. Yeah, it's not really not really the case with me because my page is not an echo chamber.
Look, let's keep it real. Donald Trump is facing up to 91 counts of criminal activity. So if you think this is over, I mean, this is just starting.
It's definitely going to be a while probably before he can really appeal anything.
Yeah. Let's see. Look, I don't claim to be the boss of anything. I'm just making sure that I'm trying to be the best version of myself. But the time, where when sentencing, it's going to be near the time that the Republicans have their convention. So it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen.
There's another case in Florida. Wow.
Well, let's not forget, it's also Georgia and other states as well. Thank you,
Yeah, Jose is very humble. We already know in Book of James, God exalts the humble. So, yep. And reasonable and neutral.
Yeah. Look, I would rather go out of my way to keep myself under control than have to have God to do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's keep it 100. Donald Trump has not been exactly a choir boy either.
Oh, which kind of boy again?
A choir boy.
Oh, choir. Okay, yeah.
But but then again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I mean, we don't have to all agree. This is not an echo chamber, like I said. Everyone can express their point of view. I know I have a few friends that are very devout Trump supporters, and that's perfectly fine.
Same here.
I mean,
that's on them, not me.
Yeah, look, I voted for Trump in 2016. Okay,
but I did in 2020.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, you had that dude, and then that chick. So. Well, like I said before, I mean, that's why they're called commander in chief, not pastor in chief, because there's not been too many angels that occupied the White House.
That's true. Because let's just say if like a new version of Billy Graham were to ever run for president, he would be making Trump look so much like the world, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, by like a large margin.
Yeah. I agree. Look.
Or even if you ran for president, Jose, maybe you should.
No. First of all,
I'm kidding.
Neither party would endorse me. Neither party. Okay. First of all, I'm pro-life. Number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, this country would not. I mean, this country will try to dig up everything, like the time that I actually saw a pencil in the sixth grade or something to that effect. And for me to raise like um, billions of dollars and whatnot, and no. And frankly, I'm too old.
Well, you probably still could though, because you're the same age as Rand Paul. So you could probably do it though. But yeah, you would even have people trying to dig up stuff that you did before probably anybody on this platform was even born.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. So like, let's just say if you did something bad in, let's just say like the fifth grade, people would be bringing that up. And I believe, Jose, you were in the fifth grade between like 1972, 1973, right?
Something like that.
Yep, because you turned 10 in 72, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and so you would have people go all the way back to the early 70s to find out what you did and showcase it just to make you look bad.
Okay. To answer your question, Cubana, no, I don't have any children. I have cyber children, but I don't have any biological children.
Oh, and Moti is one of his online daughters, and Gigi is the other daughter, and Denise is the other daughter, and he also has a son too. That's Rakim, aka the 18th letter. And
Actually,
then
I have, yeah.
go
Actually, I
on.
have. Actually, I have a few elderly. I have a new son, and yeah. I get it that we have two grumpy old men running for president, but the fact of the matter is this: I don't think anyone past 60 years old should be should be involved in politics, and I'm 61.
Man, I already know what people are going to be like if I ran for president, because people are going to be finding and digging up a whole bunch of stuff. Country will be in a huge uproar between supporters and opposers. I already know what would go down.
Yeah, I could just say now. Ooh, now we have an undocumented Mexican running for president.
I already know what people are going to say about me. They're going to be like, oh my God, we have a Nazi running for president. I think the Third Reich is coming back. Nah, nah, nah. I already know what people are going to say. I wouldn't even care, because it'd be people trying to pull up irrelevant parts of our past, yours and mine.
Yeah. And really, I don't have the energy. I don't have the drive to get into politics because look,
Same.
I'm going to be retiring in a couple of years. The last thing I want to do is to get into politics and having to deal with the messiness that's in these political streets.
Exactly. Well,
Okay.
maybe Irby, you should run through. I could see maybe Irby, you should be president.
Or maybe someone like a Multi or a Gigi or a Fulana. It'd be awesome. I think we are going to have a woman president, but she would be under so much pressure, it would be disgusting.
Mm-hmm. I personally wouldn't really mind it though, but it would seriously have to be like the right one though.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Like a female Billy Graham, but that probably will not come to pass anytime soon.
You know what, Fulana? No one thought that Donald Trump would be president either, but then again, we all know what happened. Well, you know what? Um, Eugene Jeffs was in prison when he was running for president in 1920. Good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. And of course, Gigi has her
Salutations.
own platform, so please check out her content. We're talking about Trump and the fact that he was found guilty of all 34 counts of falsifying business records and trying to hide his affair with a corn star.
Yeah, and it's really been an interesting topic thus far, and I appreciate everybody's 2 cents on the issue.
Well, I had a feeling that if I was to have a discussion regarding um, Donald Trump, that um, it would be some interesting activity in the chat. You know what? It's not that much different when you think about it. I mean, the only one thing is different is, of course, now with the internet. I mean, basically, you can sneeze and everyone knows about it.
True.
Particularly when you have multiple platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. So, and of course, whatever you do stays in the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But again, if anyone wants to hit the panel, by all means, they can do so, and they can opine. I'm sure the people who think that Donald Trump got a raw deal, there might be some people who think that Donald Trump got what he deserved. So of course, you're more than welcome to opine.
Yeah, and I've already shared that. Hey, what happened yesterday for me was just a regular day. Is what it is. Moved on, and let's see what else is in stock for us.
Yeah. Well,
You want to know what somebody told me on Facebook?
what?
That's why I eventually ended the conversation, even though it's really tempting to go back and forth with people, though, but that's not really productive. So I wouldn't advise that. But he said, quote unquote, Jordan, you are a part of the propaganda machine. Oh, because I told him that I don't really support the two-party system at all. And then plus I made it clear that no, I am a libertarian Christian independent thinker, and you can't really be a part of any propaganda machine if you are within that identity. So think again. Just because I don't really want to kowtow to the two-party system doesn't mean that I'm a part of propaganda machine.
Well, I've said this on other occasions, and I think the only solution is that we have to have a viable third party option that's
Yeah.
able to compete with the two parties. Because until that happens, we're going to continue to deal with the fact that we have to basically hold our nose and deal with two candidates which are extremely flawed.
Yeah. And then Irby's here saying, oh, you're independent, and independent thinking. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Can't really be on any kind of plantation if you really are independent.
No.
Sounds
That
like
is
self-projecting, though, because now you're telling me that you're probably a part of the machine then.
Well, remember, I'm the all lonely, senile, white guy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
also fat phobic.
That's hilarious, but yeah.
I'm surprised people have not
Who's
approached
going?
call me fat phobic yet. I mean, simply because I believe that obese people should be held accountable for their actions.
Well, you live in a world that doesn't like accountability, and you live in a world where people have to have their egos fed. So, how are you ever going to get accountability from others?
Yeah.
So, until then, you're always going to be probably the senile man with upcoming dementia who is quote unquote fat phobic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. You know
Even though I
what?
think that, even though I think those comments about you were funny, though. And Tiger says that he or she is from California. I was born and raised in California too.
Okay.
I wonder where Tiger is from specifically.
That'll be interesting. That would be interesting indeed. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, people have been passing erroneous judgments about me all my life. So being called an old, senile, lonely white guy or being fat phobic, that's nothing new.
Yeah, true.
But I think the craziest is being compared to Hitler. Simply because I said, well, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you.
Same.
So if I'm not old, senile, lonely, if I'm not fat phobic, I'm a follower of the Third Reich.
Basically.
Yeah. Good evening, Sundown. Wow. I think this is your first time here. Thank you very
Hey,
much.
welcome aboard.
Yeah. We got some interesting people in the chat tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, not only
Okay.
that, but I can see that a lot of people are in the clouds.
Yeah. But you know what? I have a feeling that this topic regarding Trump being found guilty will stir things up over here.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel like it's been a relatively chill stream. I didn't really even have a whole lot to really say about it, though, other than I am indifferent about it.
Yeah. Look, like I said before, guys, the link has been pinned if anyone wishes to opine. And oh, you're in Germany. Okay. Um, I've never been to Germany. I mean, I know there's Munich and then there's Bonn. I don't know too much about Germany.
There's Dresden as well.
Yeah. So, but look, um, when everything is said and again, that's why I keep saying that's why it's called Commander in Chief, not Pastor in Chief.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
And and we have to bear that in mind that anyone, whether it be president of the United States or senator or congressperson, because you have to be politically correct, um, all of them have flaws, and some of the flaws are more obvious than others.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this much: I really do appreciate all the love and all the support all of you continue to give me. In fact, I'm approaching two milestones. I'm approaching 100,000 views on this platform and 400 subs.
Looks like we both are on the roll here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And and the good part is being staying positive. So Gigi, I don't know if you're able to join the panel. If you can, hit the link. If you can't, I understand because people, are busy otherwise. Now, I'm going to be doing a part two regarding the myths regarding Puerto Ricans next Friday. And I'm going to have my friends Ramon and Denise do opine.
It's
And
getting busy in your chat. It's busy.
yeah, I knew talking about Trump would make things would get things active in the chat.
Yeah, like that's just where if you really want to bring more and more traffic to your channel and even make it to at least 1,000 subs, discussing topics like this regularly is what's going to make the cut. And salutations, Gigi.
Hey Georgia. Hey Jose. How you guys doing?
Fine, good evening, Gigi. How you doing tonight? Thank you for
Good.
stopping by.
You're welcome. Of course. No problem.
So the topic is the fact that Donald Trump has been found guilty of all 34 charges.
Yeah, I heard. I'm gonna be honest though, like I stopped following all that like a while ago because I already knew what time it was. I knew they were on their witch hunt and they were gonna get him one way or another. So what does that mean moving forward? He can't run or what?
No, he can run. He can run. And look, this is not going to be the first time that a convicted felon is running for president.
Oh,
In
okay.
fact, in 1920, Eugene Debs was a convicted felon when he ran for president on the Socialist Party. So this is not going to be. He's not. So Donald Trump is not going to be the first convict to run for the White House.
Did he say he still wants to run?
Oh yeah, like I was saying earlier, Gigi, that I do give him a lot of credit for just having a lot of fighting juice within him, but he still has like a chance to appeal his case, but there's just no promises.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I I enjoy that about him and respect that about him. I like people that are resilient for
Yeah,
sure.
he does
Mhm.
have that resilience. I think
Mhm.
that credit is due where it should get due, and he gets that credit for just the resilience. But
So I was in a chat earlier and they were talking about the situation and they were like saying like, put a 1 if you would vote for him or like a 2 if you'd vote for Biden. And most of the people in that chat chose Biden. But the only thing that I'm a little bit confused about it is that Biden seems to be barely even coherent as of these days. So doesn't that also say a lot about our country that these people that people want to vote for a person who's barely even like coherent? Like it's kind of strange to me. Whether you like
yeah,
Trump or not, like Biden's obviously not capable.
yeah, and speaking about like Biden though, so I'm not trying to diss a few family members of mine though, but let's just say a couple of them, just a few of them, I should say, are big time Biden supporters still, and I do remember one of them sharing like a meme about why they would support Biden, and she was saying, "Oh, because I am against racism." I'm like, no, are you sure about that? Because you really are endorsing somebody who's has a track record for saying some pretty anti-black stuff. So are you sure about that? Even
And
in
voting
recent,
that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in
Hmm.
recent times of him saying, well, if you don't vote for him, then you quote unquote ain't black, according to his stream on Charlemagne
He was
and a
against
bunch.
the integration in schools. I mean, he did a lot of stuff. But it's kind of like how it is on social media. It's kind of like it hits the social media platforms and then everybody talks about it for a couple of days and then people just move on to whatever else is the new tea and it just kind of gets forgotten and it's kind of like that with him and the things that he's done wrong, but there is a double standard when it comes to Trump. They don't let anything that he's done wrong, slide.
There is.
Hmm.
Whereas the one we have now, who clearly has age-related cognitive issues, is definitely not getting as much heat as Trump is.
Maybe they just want Kamala to win. I mean, to be president eventually. Maybe that's why they're just hoping that he's gonna, get into some sort of position where he can't continue to run the country. Well, he's already there, but decline or something, and then her take over. Maybe that's what the ultimate goal is. What do you think, Jose?
Okay, I said this before a lot of times. I don't think anyone over 60 should be running for any political office. Okay, because let's keep it real. As you get older, your faculties begin to decline, and we've seen this both with Biden and with Trump. So it's like basically it's the battle of two grumpy old men.
I agree. But I will, again, since as I was saying earlier, though, I always like to approach things through an unbiased lens. And I do also have to give Trump credit for being a lot more mentally sharper than Biden, who is clearly becoming mentally slow.
I'm definitely not going to throw on my cape like I did last election and get emotionally invested and aggravated with society in general, because it's just like it is what it is. I really feel like that there's people in higher positions, the people that actually really run the government, that have already predetermined. I think it's always predetermined, really, at this point. Just like the whole shenanigans with the voting, and them finding votes thrown down on the side of the road, and people saying that this person was, you know, putting in fake vote. Like, I just feel like it's all compromised, at this point. I'm still
Well,
gonna
like,
vote though.
oh yeah, definitely. Please exercise your voting
Mhm.
privileges. So, but one thing I will say that Trump is probably right about is when he said that the whole trial was quote unquote rigged. He's probably right about that. It probably was, because again, he was already being pitted against a lot of people on the jury and the judge who already don't like him and already have biases. So we can only
He,
imagine what's going to go down.
he's definitely the one person in the country that could not get an unbiased. Did he have jury, or is it just the judge?
Both.
Yeah, there's no way he could get an unbiased. Like, everyone in America knows who he is. He was the former president of the United States. That's just, it's impossible.
To
Yes.
address Fulana's point, the only way it's going to, this thing's going to be fixed is that you're going to have a viable third party candidate.
I
And
agree. Yeah.
that's something we're not going to see, because the other two parties are going to do everything that they can to try to squash it.
And I lean more to just like claiming independent now at this point, because I don't think it's really smart for anybody to blindly support either side.
I'm independent, libertarian.
Yeah, but then again, remember, Georgia, you are a Nazi. I'm an
Oh my
old
God,
senile,
Jose!
lonely,
Jose's so messy.
lonely senile white guy who's fat phobic, and we all know what you've been called, Gigi. So
I was gonna say, you're gonna
Well,
throw my dirt on the table too, or
oh
what?
my God. Yeah, I guess we joked a little earlier about how few people are going to poke fun at irrelevant stages of our past lives that are already dead. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care at
look,
all
I
about
said it
National
before.
Socialism, Jose.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even care who drags me anymore. I'm just like, shit, get in line around. Get in
But
line.
remember, guys, I was once compared to Hitler.
Mm-hmm. Life
Well,
sucks.
I
Life
will say
happens.
though, thankfully, you were referred to as that, but it wasn't an actual campaign or a narrative about you that was spun, by groups of people. So it could definitely be worse. Absolutely.
I agree. I agree. But you know
Thank
something?
God.
But you know something? I suffer
Mm-hmm.
from a terminal disease called I don't care itis.
I can appreciate some shout outs, so whether it's good or bad, though, it'll just bring me more traffic. And then people can actually hear it from my side.
Yeah, also too, it just kind of does, like, I think, reinforce the belief in yourself, or like the power that your words have, because when you create content, you do, like, even if you're a small channel, your words still do have power. That's why everybody holds everybody accountable for their words, because, like,
Mm-hmm.
you're an influencer, you influence people, right?
Mm-hmm.
um where was I going with this?
Yeah,
I
that's true.
forgot.
I
I'm
mean,
tired.
well, I
I had
think
a
everybody.
point, but it just left me. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you and Multi did, hit the mark very well regarding your stream regarding friendships.
Yeah, I just wanted, I just figure, since I am trying to, work on myself as far as, being a content creator, that I think I'm going to just, like, spin the hate into, like, content. You know what I'm saying? Rather than go back. Because at the end of the day, like, once you're on YouTube, you realize, like, if people already have their, like, mind made up, there's really nothing you can do anyway. So you might as well just, um, put that energy into, like, creative forces instead, because this is YouTube. This is not like a court of law. This is not like the real world where people actually want proof. You know what I mean? So it can get exhausting trying to fight narratives. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So I thought it was fun too. It was lighthearted. It also was addressing some of the hate, but not in, like, a negative way. So yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, well, I always support you, and I always support Multi as well.
Yeah, me and Multi are gonna do a little members only. I mean, it'll be a private stream, and I'll have it uploaded later. But we're gonna do a little, because I need to make some, like, members only content, because I've been so busy. I'm back working again, so.
I get it.
Oh yeah. Well, I know,
Yeah,
Gigi. You
I,
already know what I do for work, so you can imagine how busy I've been. Because I did tell you like a little while back in the Discord.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny when people use that as an insult, when they're like, "Oh, you got a struggle channel," or "You're this or that," and it's like, well, like, a lot of people are doing the best they can do, but they actually have, like, jobs or a life or a family or other responsibilities. So unfortunately, I can't drop 10 videos a day. You know what I mean? Like, and I just I don't want to align myself with things that I actually don't believe in or agree with. So I'm cool taking the long road. Like, I feel like I've been doing that for a long time already, instead of doing the go along to get along thing. Like, I'm just gonna stay my course and, yeah, do things under my terms.
Same.
Because it's tempting when people come along and they have clout or things to offer or whatever, but it's like, it does kind of feel like selling out a little to go along with things that you really don't actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, believe in or really support.
well, look, the fact, and I said this before, it takes a lot of time and energy to produce content. It's not like you can just open up StreamYard and just blab. I mean, you actually have to do some research, okay, and prepare some notes. In fact, to be perfectly honest, the last time I did a stream regarding open discussion, believe it or not, I actually had no notes prepared at all. I just simply spoke what was on my mind. That's all.
Sometimes
Yeah.
those are the best ones too, Rand. You don't think that they are, but sometimes they are.
Mm-hmm. True. And you already know, Jose. It already took me almost a year and a half to come out with my very first stream, because I actually have a life.
Yeah. Well, look, I have a
Yeah,
lot.
that's the main goal, is just pumping out more content. I think for all of us, that's what we all should be focused on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, in my case, I actually, I mean, I act not like some of these losers. I actually have a job. Okay. I have a life outside of YouTube. And I am preparing for surgery next month. And the following month, I'm going to have a very special visitor come see me. So I got more important things to worry about.
Well, I mean, like out here, man, the only thing I'm also going to worry about now is making sure I'm going to distribute enough water bottles to the homeless community, though, because you already know it gets hot out here too.
Oh, I wanted to say, Giorgio, yeah, I really enjoyed those shorts. And let me tell you, there is a big, like, I know other content creators that were in other sectors, and they like splintered off into like that wave on the algorithm. I mean, honestly, what a blessing though, like when you're making positive content like that and you're blessing other people. Like, I thought that was super dope. Basically, that's my point. I wanted to tell you that. I thought that was super dope.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do
You're
that
welcome.
whenever I can, though. It's just I won't really post a whole lot about it, though. But a
No, but it
couple
is
of
good
your,
though for awareness,
yeah.
and to build your channel as well. I mean, not that you're doing it just for that, but I'm just saying it's good content. Like people like to, I like to watch that type of stuff. I watch tons of content of people dealing with the homeless. Hey, Irby.
Good evening,
Hey,
Hey,
what's
Irby.
going
what's
on,
up?
Irby?
What's
But
up?
yeah,
What's
same
up?
here.
What's up? How's everyone doing this evening?
Oh, fine. We're discussing Trump and his current situation in what?
Yeah, yeah.
Jose, I must have missed how you felt about that because I know you're not a huge fan.
Okay.
I, s- I said it was breaking news yesterday, but I went out my own day. I just continue on like my day was just a regular day.
I
You
mean,
got a, you got another
I mean,
case pending here. You got another case. You got.
I look see. I look at it. I look at it this way. I mean, he was found guilty. I'm just going to curious to see what how he's going to serve his sentence. Well, I think what's going to happen is he's going to be placed on the house arrest with an ankle
You
monitor
gonna
or
get,
something like that.
you gonna get
I do
probation.
not see him serving any prison time.
They're not gonna
Mm,
throw a former president in the slammer.
exactly. Might do that to Hunter Biden.
They
Maybe.
won't even do that to him.
But it'll be
I,
interesting.
he
But
probably
you know what?
will, but
It'll
he
be
probably get pardoned by his father.
But you know what? It'll be interesting if Trump gets reelected and how he's going to be able to conduct foreign affairs when in other countries he may not be able to enter.
Yeah, but he will. If he wins, he'll be the president of the United States, and they're gonna let him enter.
Yeah, because other people in the world was watching the outcome of the thing.
And there's a lot of different like leaders of lots of other nations that it's like people don't realize how important our elections really are, even though like local government is what really affects us, you know what I mean? But like the whole world is watching, and tons of other like nations want Trump back, because
Yeah,
Biden did jump into a bunch of people's business, you know what I mean?
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, and
We
actually,
didn't go to war when Trump was president. Like, I think, didn't they say he was like the only one? I don't know. I might be wrong on that, where we actually didn't get involved in like getting any wars or whatever. He brought the troops home, didn't he?
well, you know,
Yeah, because it was
I was
criticizing him for being an isolationist. They were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah,
I would say the thing that really ruined Trump's turn in the White House is his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, yeah, that's where they got him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard too, you're the president of the United States, and like these are things that haven't happened in how what hundreds of years or whatever, and then it just happened to happen on his watch.
yeah. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, um, if anything bad happens under a president's watch, he's going to be held accountable, even if he
Exactly.
did nothing to cause it or whatever. I mean, that's just the
Well,
nature.
they put all those people in, like the presidents put all of those CDC people in and all the national security people in. So yes, they should be to blame because you're responsible for hiring that person.
Yeah, but I mean, anybody can get a recommendation of somebody. They've been doing this for 50,000 years. They're great. You know,
Yeah,
doesn't mean that
that's
they're gonna handle that situation great. Look at
yeah,
Fossey. It's like what a mess.
Well,
that's
I
the
mean,
problem. The problem is they be putting their own people in there. That's all. Instead of qualifications, they put like nepotism.
Mhm.
well, at one point, Jojo was talking about maybe I should run for president. I said, no, I would not want that job. No. First of all, because I will be way under way too much scrutiny and have a Latino in the White House. I mean, it's like the most that we need is an undocumented Mexican in the White House.
Yeah, they're gonna be at your rallies like build a wall, build a wall.
They need they need young blood in that White House. They need young people to run for office. Not me,
That's
but
why I
other
said
other
no.
young people. Other young people.
That's why I said no one over 60 should be running for political office.
Do you see that's the thing too? There's like nobody ever thinks about the other different races of people or different kinds of people or however you want to say it. Like when will we have like a Latino president or an Asian president or you know what I mean?
I think what's going to happen is it's going to happen, but that person is going to will go through such scrutiny, and then the people will be looking,
Latino,
waiting for that person to
like
fail.
Jose, like Jose said, it's going to be a lot of xenophobia because they're going to be calling them undocumented and all this other
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Because remember, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm Mexican, and I'm undocumented, even though I was born here.
Unless you're like kind of not to be rude, but like whitewashed. I mean, isn't Ted Cruz? Isn't he like a Latino? But he's like
Yes, he
kind
is,
of
but then yeah,
yeah.
technically he's a Latino, but
And he's
I'm
what?
sure not many Latinos will claim. The same thing with Marco Rubio.
Uh,
Marco Rubio.
But I mean, I think whether it be a woman or an Asian or a Latino or even someone from the alphabet community, that person is going to be under such scrutiny, and then that person should get elected. They're going to be waiting for the opportunity for that person to screw up, and then they'll be like on it like white on rice.
Fulana says that he will not have house arrest, only probation. I mean,
Yeah, that's
also too,
exactly.
when they're this rich, like even if he was on house arrest, he can just call like party planners, or he can just call anybody to do anything over there and bring everybody to him. Like it's just like, yeah, house arrest in your huge mansion.
Probation in
You
his
got the
man.
movies in there, you got a chefs in there, you got everything you need in there.
Probation at Mar-a-Lago. Ooh, that's
I would love to be a fly in the wall and see how Trump interacts with his wife Melania, because I don't think they love each other.
I don't know. Maybe they love each other, but maybe she's probably bitter at him for the things that he's done. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to be good at everything, whether you're like a businessman, a politician, a husband. I don't think he's probably the greatest husband, although he's probably given
look.
her obviously everything her heart desires, but not loyalty, right?
Look, y'all, Melania's living a soft life. Y'all don't gotta worry about her. She's living a soft girl, like the definition of that.
She's chilling. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, their son is so handsome. Do you see how tall he is?
You mean
Oh,
Baron?
Baron, he just got
Yeah, I
graduated.
can't believe how tall he is. He seems like a good kid, though. There's like always positive promotion surrounding him.
Yep.
Like he's never in any trouble. He's kind. He's quiet. He looks like he could be in the NBA. He's like, what is he like 6'6" or something? Because Trump is tall too.
I think so.
6 foot,
Yeah,
6.
he's like six
All you
six
got to
or
do
something.
is
Like he's taller than Trump.
but
is stay away from the siblings, and you'll be good.
but you know, at one point, I think there was considering electing him as a delegate for the Republican convention, and Barron declined.
You say he declined what?
That there was considering allowing him to serve as a delegate in the Republican convention, and then Barron declined.
I mean, his mother declined because he's not old enough. Was he old enough at that time?
Yeah, I think he's over 18, isn't he?
He's old now. Yeah, he's 18 now.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want nothing to do with none of that. And he seems to be like very shy and not like he's not like Trump in that way. You know what I mean? He appears to be, anyways. They say he's very shy and quiet and reserved.
Well, maybe that's his attempt to try to deal with the circus that's what's happening, with the Trump family. But I see things have been relatively quiet now in the mixed circles, but then again, it seems like whenever things get quiet, someone always does something to
Well, we had it popping off for a couple days or whatever, but I just decided to disengage because I mean, what is the point? It's like David and Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Like she says, our little struggle channels going against her for what? That was never the intention. It was just, talking about the talking points. It's gonna be like that. Like, I mean, you're just gonna have to be mad at me if I want to talk about something that you're putting out there publicly for content. I'm in my right to do so. Just like people do it to me all the time.
Yeah. It's another episode of the golden days of our lives.
It's a rerun. It's a rerun.
I love it when people talk about our so-called struggle channels and what have you. I mean, look, we're doing well for ourselves.
I'm not stressing about it. I mean, like you said, it's a marathon. What's that saying you always say?
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, check out Gigi's new video. She came out today, y'all. That was a good video. I liked it.
Which one? The friendship one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it was very good.
You guys like that? I should take a poll, like, kind of just sitting down and having like kind of intimate talks in a way. I feel like it opens you up also to the audience to know you a little better rather than just like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, because I don't really share much because of my experiences online, but I think I want to share more and like be more intimate with the audience, I guess.
Well, I think if you do it within your members only channel, I mean, at least you know that you're not going to have anyone that's going to try to do a Judas on you.
Yeah, I would probably say do it probably maybe on the members, before people, people be clout watching, looking at the video. People that hate watch you.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll say, and I said this, Gigi, and I've said it a lot of times, and people don't like me saying it. You know what? There's the door. I mean, you and Multi among two of the most real people on this platform.
Oh, Gigi, you didn't catch when you was editing, you didn't catch me and Jose was over here struggling to keep up with the stream.
Yeah, I had to just cut all that part out. But when I went back and replayed it, I didn't think it wasn't that bad, but it was just, it was flailing a little bit. So I just cut it out and re-uploaded it to members or whatever. Y'all make sure y'all get your memberships, everybody.
Yes, definitely.
Plug my shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, it's just YouTube, whatever. It was entertainment for, well, what day are we on now? It was
This is
entertainment
fun.
for the week. It was some good
Yeah,
weekday entertainment.
yeah. I mean, this whole thing about the pretty girl club, or as I like to call it, the pretty dumb club.
Hmm.
These are the days of our golden lives.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I went over there to Ant's channel, and I believe Mulatto Vanguard had wrote the girls are fighting, and Anthony was laughing. But I thought it was pretty funny because every time when they start fighting, me and Multi will be like, "The boys are fighting."
Who channel?
It was on Anthony's channel.
Oh,
He
oh,
had made
oh!
a post or
It
something.
was,
I
it was
don't
a
remember.
post. Yeah, it was a post. I saw it.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny because we always do that. The boys are fighting.
I'm gonna have to talk to Ed. He can't be leaving his. He can't be still taking his live streams down like that.
You
Yeah, I
know,
told him, I'm like, you keep putting them on private, like you need to leave them up so you can get twerking in the algorithm.
yeah. You know what? I will never understand the logic behind that. Okay. I mean, because it's kind of like you produce content in vain. I mean, if you're gonna constantly produce content only to propagate stuff, but hey ho, what do I know? I'm
I
just
don't
some.
usually private, but I will throw something on members only if I really don't want that on my channel. I'll just throw it on like members only. But yeah, it is a waste of content, even when you put it on members only, because obviously you're gonna make more if it's out public getting views, right? But some things you just probably don't want on your channel. Some people do, but I don't really. You know what I mean? I'll throw that shit on members. Like you catch it when you catch it. If not, get a membership.
Yeah.
I did rewatching some of it. I was rewatching the streaming cut down. I was rewatching the video. I know you saw me made a comment on it.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching my stuff. I appreciate y'all.
Well, of course. I mean, look, like I
I
said,
actually I discorded you about it, Jose, because I was like, let me ask Jose's opinion. I was like, should I just put it on members only and just be like, fuck it and let it go, or should I just go back and forth but then like I just decided like I'm not gonna go back and forth. You know what I mean? I have
I
too much
mean,
pride for that. Like unlike that, like she will clout chase off of Chrissy like shamelessly and just say her name in every video and always talking about like I can't do that to somebody even for clout. Like I guess I clout chased Cynthia G a little bit, but it was like a couple of times. It wasn't like a continuous. Don't you think that's embarrassing when a channel focuses on one like content creator? I think that's embarrassing, you know?
look, I think deep down, EU enjoys it when you go back and forth with her because it feeds her ego and she can get her exotic takes.
Yeah, she said it on the video. She does. That's why she went and told me to go make
A
content
lot of them,
anyways.
a lot of them
Um,
do. They know they like to talk about y'all feed on drama. They number one feed on drama.
Well, because they know that I am a reactive person, so it's like they try to like poke at me so I can react and, get things going back and forth. So I might like engage for a day or two, and usually I'm just like, whatever,
I
because I
can't
really
do
don't care.
I can't do that because if I when I have my channel, I can't do that. I'm probably gonna respond one time and then that's it. But I cannot do it. They even go after me now. I just seen it on what's his name channel did something on me. I'm like, bro, I'm not even a content creator. You going after me? But then again, he probably saw me going at him on Anthony's channel. So hey,
Oh yeah, I did see that bluish. He
yeah.
came for you. Yeah.
I think at one point he went after me as well, and it's like, why? Because I don't mention him on my platform. It's like, what is the issue?
But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Everybody has to get into the mentality of like, as a content creator, we are just content for people. It's not that your humanity is completely lost, but it just doesn't count. It really, your content, your troll food.
But
We're all troll food.
Yeah. But I love it when people talk about the my stream is just a stroke stream when I'm approaching 100,000 views and 400 subs.
Yeah, just keep on making content. Like it really is king, you know. Even more than even fighting with people and like clout comes from because people are attracted to drama. Really, just making pumping out content. I feel like that's the way. At least
Yeah,
when I watch videos of other like large content creators, that's what they always say. You know what I mean? They say
There,
ignore them and keep on making
there
content is what they say.
there is drama in other sectors. Oh, what? Oh, I don't. Well, we're here, so I can say it's like what's her name was getting dragged the other on the stream, Gigi and Jose
Who?
uppity. She was getting dragged on Ben's channel.
Yeah, so yeah, you're like moving a little bit over there in them areas, so you're gonna start learning like these different characters and storylines. So that's why I said like, yeah, Uppity's used to it. She'd be over there. She's in the beef.
Yeah,
She's a beef sector content creator.
yeah,
well, of course, I had my comments regarding uppity. Um, I made my opinion felt. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
but there's one channel I don't get. I'm still confused. I love her channel. She's on. I think she's coming on later on. Is her channel Manosphere Sweet Melanie? Shout out to Sweet Melanie, by the way.
Yeah, it pretty much is. She has all Manosphere guys on her panel. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of peeked that a little bit because when they be going after me, even though I be trying to keep it a little balanced, but
I told
sometimes
Melody to come over, and then she came over, and then that was when we had the Latino stream, and it was a complete shit show. She was like, "Hey, everybody," and then she went back to the clouds, like, "Let me get the fuck up from out of here." Like, what the hell they talking about over here, right?
yeah, I like her channel. You need to come there more often, G. You got to keep a balance out there. It's fun when you're here.
Yeah, I like to go up
well,
there to challenge her talking points. You like Melody's channel, right, Jose?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it too much, but but I will check her out. Now, I
Oh,
did
you.
subscribe to Lady Creole Marmalade.
Uh huh. Yeah, she has a good channel.
Oh, Gigi. You know what? You know what? I don't know. You was asking Swag about the background, but you need to ask Swag when people are interrupting your. You need to do that shit. The thing where they do when people are interrupting in the panel, like they do the little Dragon Ball Z screen thing.
Yeah, you can even just put the 30 up there, which I have done before when I could not get people under control, and I put the 30 seconds countdown on there.
Yeah.
That is kind of like unspoken. I learned that the hard way in the beef sector because I didn't know what that mean, what that meant. So she's playing the 30 seconds, and I'm still blah 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 blah. And she's like, "Respect my 30, respect my 30," and I did not know what that meant. But apparently, yeah, it's an unspoken thing that when you put those damn 30 minutes up there, everybody got to shut up on the panel, regardless of what's going on.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I understand uppity is one of your friends, but I'm sorry, but her spending half an hour debating whether or not Creole is a language or a dialect or is Ebonic, really?
Well, uppity, I mean, I wouldn't say she's a friend, but I like her and I support her channel. But I also think that uppity was a little drunk that night. She was slurring, and you know what I
A
mean.
little, a little. It's like me. I mean, it's like saying like I'm a little chubby.
Tiger, what's up with you with Malaysian? I'm like,
Yeah, I want to know
that
what's
that's literally Blasian under a troll channel, but I didn't say anything.
oh yeah,
okay.
okay, what's up, Malaysian? You been trolling me this whole damn time.
You don't have to troll Blasian. You can come up in here in your real page.
Well, look.
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
let me tell you something. I can't believe it's going to be coming 3 years that I've been a serious YouTube creator.
Time flies when you're having fun and you're in hell. Two things can be true at once.
No, but I have had some really humorous moments on my platform. real humorous moments.
Yeah, you should
Um,
do. I like how you would used to do those videos where you would like point out the funniest moments or stuff. I always thought that was a good idea. I always wanted to steal it, but I never got around to it. That was really funny when you did those streams too. You should
yeah,
do a new one if you
yeah,
have any more funny moments.
yeah. You know what, when I one of these days I will, particularly when I'm in recovery, because believe me, I'm going to be out of work for 2 months recovering, so I'm going to have plenty of time to come up with some
Yeah.
different topics and things of that nature.
Jose, I see you cut down on the stream. You only do like one or two stream, like two a week now. You got
No,
burned out.
actually, it's three. I mean, it's just that for me to do three on on the main platform and one on the other one, it's like that's like way too much. And plus I'm doing shorts. I mean, believe it or not, folks, I have a life outside of YouTube.
Where are you getting most of your subscribers from that you gain through shorts or through live
It's the
streams?
shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to like definitely stay on your short game cuz like basically whatever it is that is like working for us individually, that's what you got to like always make your main like for me it is the it's the videos, you know.
Yeah.
So which one is better, the streams, the videos, or the shorts?
It depends what is your focus. I mean, let's keep it real. There are people that are not going to sit and watch a stream for an hour or 2 hours, no matter. I mean, no
No,
matter.
when I
Especially
first
when
came
it's
in,
already passed. When it's live it's a little
yeah,
bit different.
yeah, when I came in here, I looked at the videos first, then I looked at the GG. I looked at y'all live stream, the one that's 1 hour or 2 hours, not the 3 hour streams. Yeah, I used to have streams for like 3 hours.
I mean, I actually did a stream that actually lasted almost 5 hours. It's like, what the hell was I thinking of? Oh my
I mean, the
goodness.
live streams do bring subs and viewers too, but the video they're kind of like recommended to people that are already subbed to you or in like that genre, but like when you make the videos you get like recommended out to different people that are outside of the sector, which helps your channel grow, and the shorts as
Like
well.
the algorithm.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I miss the celebrity tea though,
well,
man. There's been a
some of
lot
my
of
shorts
celebrity. There's
actually
been a lot
gotten
of celebrity
like
tea
oh
out here. Yeah, hear
well,
me?
some of my shorts have gotten like way over 1,000 views. In fact, I did one going, clowning our friend from Canada, got over 5,000 views.
I really love when you do the trolley shorts, like the one with like the dude in the wheelchair, Dr. Evil, and like those are really funny and stuff. I like when you do the trolley
Yeah,
shorts for sure. But the positive affirmations is they will also like, you know, attract new subscribers that are like hopefully positive, right?
yeah, exactly.
Hold on,
But
highlight the comment again. Highlight the comment.
but changing the subject a little bit. Recently, my ex-wife, um, actually no, it wasn't my former sister-in-law, asked me if she can come visit me while I'm in the hospital. I said, fine, I don't have an issue. My siblings might have an issue though, because at this point, you gotta go on with life. And then she asked if she wanted to bring my ex-wife along. I said, okay, whatever.
Hmm.
She's not after your social security benefits, Jose.
Well, it is interesting that they want to kind of like attach themselves to you again. I mean, because they are the in-laws, so it is a little, you know, strange. I can see when they contact and they just want to like clear the air or you know get closure or peace or whatever you want to call it. But like it seems like she wants to get like actively back involved in your life.
Well, I mean, look, I was married once. I don't see myself getting back with my ex-wife. no offense to her. I mean, we both moved on, and it does that. That train left the station over 10 years ago.
Does she have any kids?
Okay, she has two children, like two different men. I mean, so of course she's the baby mama,
Oh
but
my God.
but she had herself fixed, so she could not produce any more children. And
By
I
the time
knew,
you guys got married?
yeah, and I knew about it ahead of time, and I was cool with that.
So did you want children in your life? You never wanted them?
I wanted children, but it's like, you know what? At my age, to
Well,
be a
yeah,
parent,
now, but I mean, like during your life, your younger life. You didn't.
I wanted children, of course.
Oh,
It
okay.
just
Well,
that
not everybody does.
but it just never worked out that way. I mean, and
Yeah.
I had the unique, like, I don't know how I could say this, to actually get dumped on Christmas Day. Um, and then
Yeah, that's cold
dealing
blooded.
and then dealing with all this situation with my ex-wife and whatever. Like I said before, I mean, look, we were both responsible for the ending the divorce.
I told you, listen, Blake. Y'all know I
What's
be
up,
knowing
lady?
because these people, you guys forget that I've been knowing y'all for years already. I already.
Well, Gigi, I got another account. I don't know if you recognize it. I got another troll account.
Yeah, what is it called? I forget, but well, is it a troll account or is it just another account that you use?
Well, there's another account I use, but you probably recognize it. It's somewhere on Multi's comment section. If you
Yeah, I know. I can't think of the name, but I know it's you when I see you. I forgot the name, but yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Good evening,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
what's up, Blake?
Well, actually, I remember when a couple years ago, there were a couple people that come up with troll channels like Sleepy Joe Negron.
What? What you said, Jose?
I said someone that actually created a troll channel called Sleepy Joe Negron.
Why do I feel like maybe I did see that somewhere? It was a long time ago.
Yeah, this was like 2 years ago. Okay, it looks like we just
Kind of
lost
funny. That's
Kirby.
kind of funny.
Look, when everything is said and done, you can't take this whole serious. I mean, I've seen people they take this so serious. It's really, it's sad when you think about it, and it's pathetic at the same time.
Sorry, Jose. 1 second.
No problem.
Jose, you got to do something with that sofa because it just sounds like you're always farting. But we know it's the sofa. But when new people come in here, they're like, "What in the hell is this
It's
dude
just,
farting?"
you know what?
I
I
hope they
guess
don't think it's me.
I mean that's the last thing. I mean, it's bad enough people refer to me as the senile old lonely white guy or the fat phobic guy because I actually did one stream where I stated that obese people needed to take accountability for their actions.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
y'all bear with me because I'm on 1% charge. The StreamYard is killing my battery.
Oh, not the 1% club. I stay on it. Oh, but I got a new
Uh
phone. If you guys haven't noticed that I don't have any problems, I got my damn new phone, so I'm back rolling again. Thank goodness.
Good.
You got a new charger? I'm gonna need one.
Are
I went
you
and got a new phone and a new charger. Just like I don't need no problems.
Irby, are you using an Obama form?
No, Jose. They were clowning somebody for using the Obama phone in these spaces. So,
Irby, did you find a job?
no, I didn't. They told me they're not looking for anyone at the moment.
Are you really trying to find one actively? You must not need one.
You see, y'all sound just like the people in my family. No, it ain't the case. I'm telling y'all, party now.
That's how
Now
people talk when they care about you, right, Jose? Because I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if you want to talk about it online, but it just
no,
hit my mind. I'm like, did you get that? 'Cause I knew you were saying that you were going for
no,
one.
I probably tell you. I probably email you. I probably email you. Tell you.
Well, you had brought it up publicly before in the chats and stuff. So.
Yeah, no. I tell you outside the YouTube thing.
Well, a couple of times people ask me this question when I'm gonna retire, and my answer is always the same thing: when it's my time.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, I'm gonna be 62 in October.
Yeah. And I just go and get out the house and do a little something, something for a little couple extra bucks or whatever. But I'm in my like soft girl era, trad wife or whatever. So, but the goal is to get obviously my YouTube popping so that becomes a substantial uh
Gigi,
line of income.
Gigi, what's your reaction regarding the soft guy era and the drizzle?
Nothing. It's just jokes or whatever. It was funny. It was funny.
I mean, I find it. I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I find it hilarious to see some of these women have a major meltdown regarding this satire.
Yeah, I don't really watch people that I don't know reacted like that, but I was seeing them like on your guys' streams and stuff like that. It's all just content. It's funny.
Yeah. But another thing that's been hitting, people have been reacting is the song regarding the single moms. Now there's actually a bachata version of the single mom song in Spanish.
What song?
The single mom song.
Oh,
Oh,
that
is
Yeah,
song.
there?
yeah, there is. You
Yeah.
go, they hit it roll, but now you're a
Yeah,
single
you're
mom.
single mom. Yeah, you never heard it? Brandon, his name is Brandon or something.
Yeah, it's Brandon.
No, not y'all knowing the lyrics. Y'all be bumping it in the car and shit.
Well, believe it or not, there's also a Spanish version of the song.
Does it sound like reggaeton or what?
It's bachata.
Oh, okay. Damn, all romantic.
It's not exactly romantic. I mean, look,
That bachata dancing is romantic. I like that. That's fun.
yeah, but so this is okay. This is one thing I have to say, and I say this all the time, and people are gonna accuse me of simping, whatever. But I think you have to make a distinction between those ladies who become single moms because the husband passed away, and then those who are single moms because they have left an abusive relationship. And then unfortunately, you have some women, just like you have some men, who made some poor choices.
It's like who really gives a shit at the end of the day? It's so ridiculous how this whole YouTube brain washes people. Who cares if they're damn baby mamas? Guess what that means? That means that there's a baby daddy on the other side of the damn table. So
Yeah,
it is what it is. Like the divorce rate in America is like 50-50, ain't it? There's a lot of baby mamas, there's a lot of baby daddies, and especially if you're like of a particular age, it's going to be more difficult to find people that are like in the dating market that don't have kids. And even with the younger people now, like it's a lot of girls with kids young, you know what I mean?
Well,
yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, y'all.
But that also
well,
means there's a lot of baby daddies too that they got to choose from. It goes both ways.
I'm a real oddity because I'm not a baby daddy.
And the baby
That's
daddy hits different because that's taking income out of the relationship slash home. Because of course, a man got to take care of his kids. So, and then like I guess in the baby mama's case, they're actually probably bringing more because they're getting child support or whatever. So there's that too. That's what I'm saying. It just makes no sense to me when they just blame one side over the other. Like, oh, these baby mamas, it's their fault. Well, what about teaching these young men not to go and just, knock up whoever, whenever?
see, that's why I always say when it comes to stuff like that, I mean, both the men and the women are guilty.
Yeah, it's been oopsie baby since the beginning of time.
You know, I mean, my ex-wife was a baby mama. She had two kids from different guys. I mean, it was no big deal. Um,
How was that relationship with the kids? Did you like love them like they were your own?
it was very good.
But let me ask
Good.
y'all this: do y'all advise? Do y'all think a person who has no kids, should date a woman with kids?
It just depends, that man maybe he can't have no kids and maybe he wants that still, even though that, you know what I'm saying, there's like just different circumstances for it. But yeah, it
Mm.
does make more sense if like you both have kids to more so date people that do because they can understand your situations or whatever. They might be more family oriented. But I mean, when I was single and and I had kids, like I dated dudes that didn't have kids, but I wouldn't suggest it. I think it's better. Also, I think you should have standards too, because like if you don't have no kids and you're younger, then why would you date a person with kids?
Yeah.
I think, I think again, I think it depends on the circumstances of how the woman becomes a single mom. Like I said, it's one thing if the husband dies and you are a widow, or if you left a very abusive relationship, or things of that nature.
And a
So,
lot of these baby daddies leave the baby mamas, and so that's why it's kind of funny to blame them because like a lot of women usually want to make things work with the father of their children. That's why also when you meet women and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not together," you're like, what's up with baby daddy over there? And
well,
the same vice versa.
I'll be perfectly honest. One of the questions I'll ask if I'm dating, if, thinking about a single mom, is how's the relationship with the baby daddy? Because
Yeah, that
in
says
this,
a lot. Hmm.
okay, I'm not trying to be judgmental regarding single moms, but the fact of the matter is, there's always a possibility there might be some sort of a romantic feeling towards towards the baby daddy, and you don't want to get involved with all of that because it gets real messy real quickly.
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to tell you. On June 14, I gotta go back because they sent me an email today talking about because the manager at the job place had to reschedule because the person was busy the last time I went. So on June 14, I gotta go back and for another interview, y'all. So y'all wishing me luck on this second interview.
Definitely.
Okay, well, you got a second one. That's a good sign.
But would you believe someone actually suggested that I go on 90 Day Fiance?
That would be a good show, but they would definitely be trolling the hell out of you.
First of all, I'm too normal. I hate to say this, I'm too normal because have you seen some of the people that appear on the 90 Day Fiance? It seems like they're simps or they have like major issues.
Oh, my phone's about to die, you guys.
Mine's the 1%.
Well, can I make a suggestion?
Or
Please.
or they're passport bros, or those. Okay, these are people that's using each other, whether it be a green card or sex, on 90 Day Fiance.
Can I make a suggestion, guys? When if you're gonna do anything on StreamYard, make sure your phones are fully charged. It's one thing to do a stream that's short, But the problem is it eats up the battery life. But I think I'm going. I think I'm going to cut this stream short because this has been going on for 2 hours. I'm not doing a 5 hour marathon. So any of you guys have any final? Irby, do you have any final thoughts regarding um, former President Trump?
Not really. I don't got nothing nice to say. Do I think they're after him? Maybe, but hey, when you know people after you, gotta calm down a little bit. The problem with Trump from other politicians. He's probably more bluntly, more bashful with it. Maybe because he's from New York, that's how they are, how y'all are. No stereotype, mostly, but it is what it is. It ain't gonna stop him from running for president now. It's up to the American people if they want to elect him in.
Well, thank you very much, Irby, for stopping by. Huge shout out to everyone that appeared on the chat,
Now
and a
leave a
huge
comment for Jose.
well. Let me just give you my final thoughts. When everything is said and done, whatever people might feel about it, I mean, he had his day in court. He had the opportunity to present his evidence, and he was found to be guilty. Is our court system perfect? Far from it, but it is what it is. Um, it will be interesting to see what happens when he's sentenced. Um, and again, he's not the first time that a convicted felon run for president. We had Eugene Debs did it in 1920, and again that's the reason why it's called commander in chief, not pastor in chief. So I think if we can just bear that in mind, we won't be so um, amazed or shocked regarding somebody's character flaws. But in any case, I will bring up information regarding the sentencing once it comes to being. Just want to let everybody know that you're more than welcome to enter your comments after the stream is over. Try to keep it positive because if you're going to be being disrespectful, you would be blocked. It is that simple. So on Monday, I'm going to be talking about congestion pricing. It's something that's happening new. It's going to happen. It's going to hit New Yorkers. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? So we're going to have a discussion regarding that. And of course, please consider checking out the other YouTube creators that appear on the chat. Yes, definitely. Okay. And of course, thank you very much for your time and your attention. And of course, we're going to close the same way we always close. We must do what we can to resist the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged. Because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of On Common Sense with Jose Negron saying good night, have a great weekend, take care, and peace.